And I'm Miguel.
And today, we will be recording another Scratch video on Turbo Warp.
Last video, we said that we would do a Scratch Turbo Warp video. And here it is.
In this video, we will be testing out all of the different types of extensions that you can use in Scratch Turbo Warp. So, without further ado, let's get scratching. So, if you want to find the extensions, all you have to do is click See Inside on this page. When you click See Inside, you have to click this button down here. When you scroll down, you can see all the new extensions that you can use. The first extension we are going to be looking at is Animated Text. Animated Text may look familiar to you as it is used in the Scratch Labs. So let's check out Animated Text and see what we can do first. We have every block that is in Scratch Labs, and we have two new blocks here that are not in Scratch Labs. So if you want to make a project with Animated Text, you could do it and then import it into Scratch Labs. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. Anyway, let's show. When green flag, click show text, hola, and rainbow. Oh wait, let's rainbow text, hola, and we're going to make the font
Sans Serif.
No, we're going to make the font marker.
Random font.
In order to change the size of the text, you have to set the size of the actual sprite. So we're going to say 150. Now, let's start the project. As you can see, it says hola in rainbow text, but when it stops, it turns depressing and gray. Oh, let's test out these incompatible with Scratch Labs blocks. This shows what the font is in that we are using, and this shows if the text is showing. These are very useful if you want to use them in if statements, or if you want to say what the font is, like this. Say text font. You could do that, or you could do something else with it. Let's use the if statement with this showing text. When green flag clicked, forever, if showing text, then
rotate 15 degrees.
Rotate 15 degrees. Yes, and now we can see that it works. It's pretty cool. Let's go.
On to the next extension.
For the next extension we're going to be using is mouse croissant.
Croissant? Are you going to finish that croissant?
I like this extension because you can set the mouse cursor to whatever you want in the game. Let's just pick a random one. Set cursor to black. What is this?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
This is the resizing, but it looks a little off. I wonder why.
And I wonder.
Let's change it to black. And now it is it's the hand on the screen. It's pretty cool also.
I have a conspiracy theory.
What is your conspiracy?
When I start as a clone, create a clone of myself, delete clone, Scratch Turbo Warp secretly imports that grab block, but you're not allowed to click it.
Wow. Really?
Yeah,
So
guys,
if I were
this
to
is
click
just
this
a new.
right now,
Yeah, this is just a new way to do the set cursor to grab block.
so as you can see, when I get off of this, it goes back to the normal mouse, but when I click it, yes sir, it stays. Your project may have problems running after though.
Scratch Turbo Warp can't handle that much.
And we are back. Okay, mouse cursor. Oh wait, this is the best feature in this mouse cursor. You can set the cursor to whatever the costume is in the sprite. As you can see, we can set the cursor to this sprite. Watch. Now, watch this. As you can see, our cursor is now this sprite. Pretty cool, huh? Alright. On to the next.
On to the next extension.
For the next extension, we are going to be checking out Box 2D Physics. As you can probably tell, this extension is a physics engine.
We mentioned this in the last video and how it may help our future games. Let's see if
test
that's
it out.
true.
Let's see. As you can see, the object falls to the ground. If you want to reset it, I'm pretty sure you could just go to 0, 0. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Let's make it more bouncy. Whoa. As you can see, now it is very bouncy. I don't think it will actually stop bouncing. What the heck? Oh, pogo stick. Let's change the sprite. Now, let's start it. We have made a bouncy ball.
This may help, but we're gonna have to figure it out more in depth. But for now, let's go on to the next extension.
Sensing Plus. I'm gonna check out Sensing Plus. Now, here's a block that I am so happy about. If touching the original sprite and touching clones of this original sprite. This is a block that we severely need in Scratch, as it will help us so much in coding our games and making it so much more simple.
We have had many of our games be brutally destroyed just by this one feature not being there. And if Scratch Turbo Warp implements these into Scratch, it will definitely be a great lifesaver and we can come out with even better games.
As you can see, we have sensing blocks for mobile, but they are broken in the Safari app. They say they're going to try to fix them soon. We also have other things to tell us about the sprite. If the rotation style, what the rotation style is, what layer it's on, if it's hidden, and the color effect or any of the effects. And also, alright, for the last thing I'm going to be showing, for the last extension I'm going to be showing, is these advanced settings. We have infinite clones, which disables the 300 clone limit, removing fencing, which pretty much means that sprites can move off screen without getting stuck. There's also removing miscellaneous limits, like sound effect limits and pen size limits. There's high quality pen and interpolation, which is pretty much like trying to get a 30 frames per second Scratch project to turn into 60 frames per second, which makes it look pretty smooth. Let's turn on interpolation and high quality pen. Let's test out the pen to see how it looks. Now, as you can see, the pen looks a lot more high quality when playing. Also, there's an add-ons section where you can do a lot of different add-ons that are also in Scratch add-ons that you can download in the Chrome extension store. All of these add-ons are very helpful and also for aesthetic purposes, and I recommend you use Scratch add-ons when using Scratch. Now, let's see what happens when we put all these extensions together and make a game. And here you go. Here's a game that I've been working on in the meantime, and Miguel is sure to make his own game pretty soon. In this game, you have to shoot enemies and try to keep your tower alive. The green dots heal you and the red dots kill you. You start the waves by clicking the start wave button, and If they're moving, you are able to kill them. If they aren't, then you can't. There's 3 different weapons: the red killer, the missile, and the minigun. The minigun is a fast-paced weapon that is easy to wipe out a huge wave. A missile is slower, but it also helps you when you're trying to shoot a bunch of enemies. And the red killer kills all the reds in the circle, but it won't kill the greens.
Let's see how he implemented these extensions.
Okay. In the code, if I go to the enemy, you can see I use the touch and clone of weapons and I use the touch and clone block in this broadcast message. This is really good and easy to use. I use it in a lot of my code. For the other extension, I used the animated text to show the health up here in the corner. It looks a lot better than just a variable sitting around. If you want to check out this game, it's on itch.io. We will link it in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've noticed we haven't been making as many tutorials, and tutorials are coming very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode, and you guys definitely use some Scratch abilities.